You know what's been fascinating me?
What?
Something quite depressing. Marianne Williamson and the rise of New Age.
Who?
The everyone's favorite space cadet for President 2020.
Was she on the stage debating all those other people?
That is correct. She wins the award of the most out there person.
I don't know why she's on that stage. Can you please tell me why she's on that stage?
She's on that stage because she's buddies with Oprah Winfrey, and so she has access to doors that few other candidates could dream about. Donors.
Is she black? Is she black?
No, she's a white lady.
Is she an elected official of some kind?
No, I think what she brands herself as is the spiritual advisor to Oprah Winfrey.
What? What? Yep. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you.
This is a thing? This is a real thing?
Yes. This is a real thing. What she does, I've actually seen a tape of one of her sermons. I guess she's in this. I think it was a church. And she says, "Will all the white people in the audience lay hands on all the people of color?"
Wait a minute. She's starting a race riot in the church?
So what they do is they lay hands, and then she says, "Please repeat after me. I am so sorry." And then like a creepy chant, they go, "I am so sorry." And then basically they apologize for all of white history.
They apologize for being white. They
literally apologize. And she said, "This is supposed to bring healing. Healing. Do you feel the healing? Just all of that healing. Oh, like blah blah blah."
Well, yeah. I admit that it is mental health, and they do need healing, but not for the same reason.
That's Marianne Williamson in a very small nutshell, but she represents something bigger.
What's that?
And New Age.
New Age? What do you mean New Age? Like Iron Age, Stone Age?
Actually, New Age is very, very old. It's rooted in lots of pagan thought, lots of Eastern thought, and it's very different depending on who you ask in terms of specifics. However, there are some pretty common core beliefs. The first big one is pantheism. They're all pantheists. Why are you rolling your eyes? You're a pantheist.
They're not like my They wouldn't belong to my pantheist club.
Oh, okay. You're the better kind of thing.
They're heretics. We'd excommunicate them from the pantheist organization. I'm so sorry. I'm a white person. Oh, I'm so sorry. Pantheism has nothing to do with apologizing for them, but being white.
So, again, different brands of New Age-ism. But in general, New Age it's very pantheistic. It's very Eastern. They're very big on enlightenment and being more conscious and elevating yourself to a higher area of understanding.
All those things are the same for Christianity. Get to the point. Anything new.
See, that's not true at all. It's very different from Christianity and other religions in the respect that, well, I mean, specifically in Christianity, that the sole purpose is enlightenment, and how you achieve enlightenment is very vague. It's so vague, you really can argue whatever, and you will have gotten there.
I thought the purpose of Christianity was to pursue the road to salvation. When you die and get out of this world, you have led such a saintly life that God welcomes you into his arms for all eternity. It has nothing to do with laying hands on black people and saying, "I'm sorry for being white."
I agree. They're completely different. Why are you... First you say that they're it's the exact same thing as Christianity and New Age is the same thing. Then you say they're totally different. I'm confused where you stand right now. It's totally different from Christianity, New Age, but it is very, very old. They're very big. They pretty much all are left of center, very far left of center. They have no moral reservation about abortion because they're also very into reincarnation. Mm-hmm. Basically, New Age, the best definition I have is if you got everything from the Eastern religions, threw it into a pot, set to about whatever ticks off the white Christians the most, and then the oven goes ding, and that's what you serve everyone.
So it's like putting all of the Eastern philosophies and theology into a Cuisinart and hitting the pulse button, right?
Well, actually, one important ingredient is you have to extract all depth and meaning. Instead, you replace it with lots of buzzwords like enlightenment, higher plane of understanding, healing crystals,
Healing. It's all
You
healing.
know, yeah, spiritual. You literally, that's what it's made. There are
Sounds like
not.
a crock of shit to me. I don't know about you. It sounds like a
It,
crock of shit.
I mean, but the thing is, it gets even darker. The founders, the early founders, had ties to Satanism. They're actually Satanists.
Really?
Yeah, no joke. I mean, it's very, the deeper you look into New Age, the darker and more just horrendous it gets. At superficially, it's just yoga. It's a form of yoga. That's
Do I
superficially.
have to wear yoga pants when I go to church?
That you see, as you get down deeper, you get darker. It gets worse.
You ever notice how the wrong people wear yoga pants? The wrong women, especially.
I think that they make themselves. I think
big
the
fat
wrong
asses.
people, the wrong people make it more noticeable.
Big fat asses poured
How
into.
do we get into New Age and then what is it with you? It's like you have a one-track mind onto something.
This is just a crock of shit. I mean, I'm telling you.
But you see, the thing is,
she's on the stage to debate for the presidency of the United States, and she's spewing this bullshit. Are you kidding me?
See, this is the thing: is that she was the most. She and Tulsi Gabbard were the most searched candidate on Google.
And, and of course, yeah.
Hold on.
All the scientists that do searching, yeah, we're gonna, yeah, okay.
I'm not. Hey! You're jumping to a conclusion that's not mine. Thank you very much. Stop it. Stop it.
I'm gonna have a drink.
Yeah, you better have a drink. But nevertheless, people were applauding her very, very vigorously when she said all this stuff.
It's so healing.
But that's the thing. I know, right? She is appealing to something that none of the other audience members are touching upon. They're
running for president. She's running for Oprah Winfrey.
So no. Hear me out. They're mostly talking how evil Trump is, and they're talking, socialist talking points. But what she's doing is something usually Republicans only do, and that's appeal to spirituality.
Okay.
Very rarely. I don't think I can ever remember a Democrat appealing to spirituality. Usually, Republicans.
Now I'm beginning to see why you're tapping into this, because until you mentioned that, I didn't get the connection. But now I understand why you are bringing this up, because the younger generations, especially, who have forsaken religion because it's too difficult to live that way. It requires too much discipline, too much sacrifice, too much motivation, and too much morality. So they've given up religion. So now they're saying, oh, I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual.
And that is why Marianne Williamson is a thing. That's why people are actually she has raised millions of, I think it's like a couple $1 million. People threw money at her, and throughout her life, people
threw money at Beto. They threw money at butt crack. They'll throw money at this
those people got ridiculous amount of media coverage. Okay, she's not getting much media coverage. It's mostly just by her networking.
Where is she in the poll, by the way? Have you looked her up on?
She's like not even at the 1% mark. I mean, she's like Bill De Blasio.
No, she's gone.
She's like neck and neck with Bill De Blasio.
She will no longer be on the stage to sell her spirituality, right?
In all likeliness, no. I mean, she's kind of thought it the same way Donald Trump was. The only difference is Donald Trump was actually there was something there.
It's called the Constitution of the United States. That's what was there for Trump.
Well, you see, Trump was speaking to what was on most Americans' minds. What she's speaking to is what's on some Democrats' minds. See, the Democrat Party is still majority God believing. They believe in some kind of a God. I don't know what God it is, but they believe in some kind of a God. And typically, the candidates don't talk God. They don't do the God talk. They don't do the Bible talk. Republicans will do it, especially during the primary, and a little bit during the general. But Democrats have flung out that whole thing. There are still the majority of Democrats still believe in some kind of God, and the majority identify as some kind of a Christian, at least. So what I'm getting at is Marianne Williamson. What she's doing is she's tapping into that sort of want for a spiritual discussion.
What percentage of the population do you personally believe she is addressing?
She's addressing a very Okay, by addressing, I mean it resonates. They're not going to vote for her.
Right.
They're probably not going to donate, but
Right.
they hear her and they understand.
Right.
I would say about 15% of the Democrat Party.
Oh, I think it's larger than that.
You think so? I was being conservative. Of the Democrat Party.
I would say that you have the hardline atheism like Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren and Kamala Harris.
None of the candidates are open atheists. I want to point that out.
They're all commie atheists. They're atheistic communists. Please don't even think they're lying bastards. Is what
all right.
So you have the hardline atheist Marxists. But then you have the old, as you pointed out, you yourself pointed out, you have the middle of the road moderate Democrat that the party has sort of left behind, and religion has left them behind in their mind and their thinking.
There you have Buttigieg.
I went to a New Age church once in someplace up north near Petaluma sometime for a wedding, and it was like a bingo game. It was like walking into a bingo game. It reminded me of Thursday night bingo at a Catholic church. The church didn't look anything like a church, and there was no sacrament, no communion, no nothing. Just people feeling good and feeling happy and being spiritual, having some sort of a spiritual orgasm.
You look like you're having a spiritual orgasm. Anyway, we got to wrap up this episode for today, but that's my concern with Mary Williamson. It's not that she's actually going to get the nomination.
Thank you for your educating a sick old man who doesn't understand anything. Okay, I appreciate that, and thank all you folks out there. We're having a big spike in our downloads and people listening to us every day. We're increasing. I don't know what's going on. I think Podbean has.
I think it's because you guys like us. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, also Podbean has upgraded us to a higher status on their stuff.
Higher plane of existence. Maybe?
Yeah. Right, maybe it's the spirituality that we've got. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to support us on Patreon. We really appreciate it. Take care.
Bye-bye, Alex. See you later, pal.